Hello, Dr. Sushma Singh. This side. Today we start Unit 22, Religion and Culture. Both philosophy and sociology, prominently among social sciences, continue to explore why all cultures have religious beliefs and practices, and why they feel strongly about them. All societies, traditional, modern or postmodern, practice some form of religion, and religion is held as an important component of society everywhere. Even in some socialist states where the religion is expected to play only a marginal role, if any, religion has shown a remarkable tenacity. It has been observed that notwithstanding the ban on practicing religion in public life in such nation states, people practice some or the other type of religion here as well. Recent political and cultural developments in the leftist socialist world have demonstrated the importance of religion as a significant social institution in no uncertain terms. For example, in Poland during the 1990s, a Catholic political leader, Lech Walesa, was instrumental in bringing down the communist regime. In a society as diverse and heterogeneous as India, there is a multiplicity of the religions, cults, sects, and divine belief systems. Indian culture has always placed a high premium on its systems of faith and religious observance. Therefore, a systematic sociological discussion on the nature of relationship between culture and religion assumes significance in our context. Such a discussion, however, should take into consideration the wide-ranging and scholarly approaches and conceptual viewpoints on the nature of such relationships. This kind of a discussion becomes sociologically fruitful when it is placed within the global framework of sociology of religion, from where lessons can be drawn to understand the Indian situation. It is, of course, equally true that there is a notable number of non-believers in all societies, including those where religion finds the political and economic support of the ruling elites. The moot question often raised by sociologists is why some individuals and groups believe in and practice a religion devotedly, while others in the same society or culture are skeptical about religion. This also raises the issue of the complex relationship between the two vital concepts in sociology, namely religion and culture. Since a pretty long period of time, it has been proved without reservation that religion is a complex phenomenon, especially when considered in the total societal rather than individual context, and hence this topic deserves a close and in-depth attention of social scientists. This unit intends to discuss the moot issues related to the many-faceted issue of the relationship between the culture and religion at the conceptual level, and then to understand the Indian scenario in the light of this belief. The discussion on the topic religion and culture has been an important debate simply because religion is understood to be the critical dimension of all societies today as it always has been. In spite of the processes of urbanization, industrialization, and modernization, in the post industrial context, religion and its practices touch almost all aspects of the contemporary human life. The sociology of religion seeks to understand religion in its varied manifestations as a social institution, as a cultural practice, and as a pattern of beliefs and activities that are shaped by prevalent societal conditions and which in turn shape these conditions. Although recent developments such as secularization and globalization have challenged several aspects of religious practices all over the world, religiosity is still a dominant characteristic of contemporary society. In recent decades, it is not uncommon to realize that countries at times are divided into distinct blocs, such as Christian or Islamic nations, on the basis of the religions they support and maintain. What is more, such a distinction also breeds inward animosity and acrimony, if not outwardly hatred towards those who do not belong. The sociological discussion on the relationship between the culture and religion becomes important also for its historical worth. Many prominent intellectuals of the modern social science era opposed organized and institutionalized religion. In a sense, the basic identity of the modern intellectual advances in the Europe was formed in the movement for liberalization of society and culture from the dogmas of the church that had ruled medieval Europe. This movement was characterized then as the confrontation of scientific temper with the doctrinaire character of religion and religious establishment. The progressive intellectuals of the period when sociology was born was solidly in revolt against dogmatic pursuit of religious belief system. They were ready to build a cultural system bereft of religious deliberations. All these directed to the need for a concentrated debate on the relationship between the culture and religion. Such a discourse should take place in the context of an individual's functioning as a member of society. Such an attempt will be made in the next few pages with the help of vast sociological literature available on this topic. The famous argument on the Indian sacred cow by the cultural ecology school of anthropology is worth remembering in this context. The Hindu prohibition on cow slaughter much against the problem of severe malnutrition in India is the case in point. Marvin Harris demonstrated that live cattle play a vital role in the Indian ecological system. Close association between religious practices on the one hand and cultural and ecological factor on the other are the issues that are presented here. This kind of sociological insight into the relationship between culture and religion in India needs to be augmented to understand this society more specifically. The exceedingly complex relationship between human behavior and nature can be understood better if one attempts to understand the relationship between religion and culture. Essentially, both the culture and the religious system are subsystems of Indian society, function within the broad social framework. Here we want to close this lecture. Thanks for listening.